Oh man. Sorry, I'm just recovering from some of the most stupid, imbecilic video titles I've ever seen in my life. Ever since I've been keeping my eye on the new regime of idiocy, which is like the hollow flush and you know Ramen Canal and all these other guys that have suddenly appeared who are Doctor Who experts. Like a Tenet's lowest ratings ever, and I'm like, because instead of comparing the ratings to the show, now they're taking shows that Tenet was in back in Tenet took over around the end of '05, from his reign up to '09, and using that as a basis of comparison for the ratings that are happening now. And it's like you can tell that they're just, once again, they're throwing out of context numbers. For you folks, if you're new, I'm going to deal reality upon your heads. You may want to, get ready for this. Take a deep breath. Okay? You're never going to see ratings as high as they were back in '05 to '09. And that is because there was no streaming television between that time. I don't think there was even a BBC One streaming channel or even BritBox or anything till sometime in the Matt Smith era. I'd have to go double check that, but I'm just guesstimating. So if you wanted to see the show, you had no choice but to watch it on BBC One the night it aired. Just like the ratings, go look at the TV ratings for when the show was in the classic era. And they are incredibly high. Why? Because how many channels were there back then between 63 to 89? Sheesh. But of course, we're going to compare ratings because we know the numbers are going to be lower. That's exactly what's in these guys' brains. We're going to compare the ratings because we know the numbers are going to be lower now than they were then. And this way, it'll look like we're right. Yeah, you trust me. If you go out there and look. Hey, let's see if I fix that or not. Okay, it did fix it. All right. If you go back there and look, these guys are all over the place now because they're trying to hop onto the bandwagon. They're hoping to get some of them juicy views that these other channels are getting. That's why I die laughing when you have people out there, that have been bad-mouthing the show for the last few years, yet they get all these nifty little perks. And now you've got these guys who are just outright bad-mouthing the show because they see that if you hate something, you get more views. Exactly. That's a very good point, Mark. They don't want reality. As far as they're concerned, 7 million is a flop. It's like, guys, 7 million in 2023 is doing pretty well. It's not like the good old days when you threw a show out there and if you didn't get over 10 million views or more, you were a flop. Those days are gone. They're dead because now you've got to compete with the streaming market and things along that line. It's not the same rating system as it was either. It's the show has been carrying on because, and I love how this one guy in the comment box tried using the explanation that they use for why the undead are walking, or they have the critters running around in Last of Us, and I'm like, it's like, did you think that was innovative? Uh, the whole bit with Isaac Newton was a waste of time. It was a completely unneeded scene. It really established nothing other than a bad running gag that I got tired of right away. That's another thing these guys are going on, is about the fact they they race swapped Isaac Newton. I just didn't like the whole scene. I'm like, why was it even there? It wasn't funny after the first two or three times. After the first two times, it wasn't. Like I said, it wasn't. It was just a completely unneeded scene. Me, I don't know why they did what they did. Like I said, to me, the whole scene was a waste. You spent how much money for a running gag? You could have put something else into that time that would have been more interesting. That's why I didn't rate Wild Blue Yonder so high. I was like, also the fact that you're supposed to be, these are supposed to be the 360th anniversary specials, and you did a ship in a bottle story. So that, like I said, I had my reasons why I didn't like Wild Blue Yonder. Yes, the chemistry between the actors was good, but or meh. That's all I got to say about it. That's why I only gave it a 6 out of 10. I was like, this was the big hype thing we were waiting for. It's basically, yeah, we do know Bonnie Langford is in the giggle. The only thing I can assume is they brought in somebody to fill in. If the Ivy said Wilf is in there, but it's not Bernard Cribbins, they must have had somebody, just to fill in, to finish his part in the story, such as like just a stunt double or something along that line. Well, you have to remember, Alistair, that wasn't all CGI. Some of that was practical effects. And to me, practical effects are always better than CGI, because it takes a lot more, to make something look real. It takes a lot more creativity, than to program a computer. Now, don't get me wrong, it does take a lot of creativity to program in a computer, but when you're trying to make a physical gag that's going to stand up on a high-res camera, okay, now oh God, no. I already heard about cats. I'm like, oh Jesus. What the heck they were thinking. Get your hankies for next week. That's all I'm going to tell you. I hope you have your hankies ready. Because from what I'm hearing, you're going to need them. And I'm not just talking because you're losing David Tennant again either. That's right, ominous hint implied. Of course I'm working Saturday. They got to cram as much crap into the warehouse All right, everyone keeps asking about I'm trying to stay on point here. I'm not going to tell you what's been hinted at to me through clandestine, controversial, inside information that I've gotten, because it couldn't be true. But it could be that it's not true, but it would make sense given the circumstances. So have your hankies ready for the giggle. Well, time to go in. Gotta go to work. So contemplate that until next time. Take care, everybody. I'm not talking about the regen at all. This is not going to involve the regeneration. Take care, everybody. Catch y'all on the flip side. Be kind, be calm, be safe. We'll see y'all tomorrow. I got to get inside. Take care.